gonna tiptoe around the issues.
Remember, we don't do woulda, shoulda, coulda, what up in here.
Barbecue a mildew time. Let's go. We ain't gonna tiptoe around the issues.
Remember, we don't do woulda, shoulda, coulda.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How y'all doing? Welcome to the Dixon Way. My name is Larry, one half of the Dixon Way. My beautiful wife is the second half. Yep, this is the Dixon Way, all about the A Sports Talk. And we got to talk about this thing right here, man. We got to talk about this thing right here. But as always, let me get this out of the way. If you guys like the content, please hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell, ding, ding. Get all our latest videos. Let's go. All right. Okay. Let me change that. And let me put this up right here so people know what we're talking about. Yeah. All right, so obviously we did this impromptu video because Lamar Jackson just went on the just got franchise tag, okay? But the kicker is that it's the it's a non-exclusive tag. So basically Lamar is free to talk with whoever he wants to, guys. Whoever he wants to. So with that being said, right now the ball's in Lamar court to see who he wants to play for. And it's up to the Falcons to try to get in front of him and impress him enough to say, hey, I want to play for the Atlanta Falcons. Of course, they got to give up the picks and the money that Lamar seeks. But this is a huge indication that the Baltimore Ravens don't want Lamar. They don't. They don't want him at the cost of what it's going to take to get him. They think that they can just play defense and put any other quarterback in there and roll with that. Lamar Jackson is a generational talent. And with them putting the non-exclusive tag on him, that's pretty much them saying, okay, you guys got to give us at least a first round and a second round for the next 2 years. Or 2 first rounds, excuse me. 2 first rounders for the next 2 years. That's what the stipulation is on that. Give us 2 first rounders, and here you go. 2 future first rounders. Now, conversely, if you want CJ Stroud, you got to move up to Arizona. If you do any mock drafts and stuff like that, like I have, it takes a future first, 2 future firsts, 2 future seconds, and like a 5th round to get the Cardinals off of that pick. If you want to move up to the number 1 pick with the Bears, you got to give up 3 first round picks, 3 future first round picks, and two second round picks, and then a 5th. That's how you get up into. So the drastic. So going from number 8 to number 3, or number 8 to number 1, is drastic, and that's the only way you're going to get there. Okay, that's the only way you're going to get Lamar Jackson. Okay. So, excuse me, CJ Stroud or Bryce Young. The only way you're going to get him. So if that's the case, then you got to spend all that draft equity on basically starting to rebuild again with your quarterback, or you're going to get a proven product in the middle of his prime. I say you go get the guy who's in the middle of his prime. It's going to cost a lot, but guess what? If you go ahead and secure Lamar right now, you don't want to wait until Justin Herbert get his deal or Joe Burrow get their deal. You don't want to wait for that. I promise you don't want to wait for that. So right now, Terry Fontenot don't need to be on the horn like, hey yo, Lamar, can we get an interview with you, sir? Mr. Blank want to talk with you. Save that. But yeah, I want to ask you guys, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that we should go after Lamar, stay pat, and most likely we can get Anthony Richardson, who's basically the darling of the combine? Do you guys think we should do that, or should we move up to around the third pick or the first pick and draft either Bryce Young or CJ Stroud? It's an open discussion, man. I just think that if you're gonna spend draft capital on trying to get someone, and Lamar is only 26 years old, he does have injury history. We know that. But the Saints just got Derek Carr, which I'm not really worried about per se, but they do have the best quarterback in this division now. Are you gonna battle the Saints, Carolina, and in Tampa Bay with Ritter? Or are you going to battle them? Well, I don't think the team want to battle them with Ritter already, because how our GM has, spoke about improving the position of saying that they're going to upgrade. Well, they didn't say upgrade. They said they got to get another quarterback because there's only one quarterback on this roster. So another quarterback is coming regardless. Hold on, son. Hey, Miss B, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I see you. Welcome to the stream, as always. Arizona will move down. Hey, guys, I'm trying to get your TikTok. It's kind of tiny right now. I'm trying to get your TikTok. And so I appreciate all you guys coming through. I'll reach up here. All right. Oh, I see a Bengals fan said, who they? John WI11 said the Bucks are number one. Let me give y'all sounders, man. I missed y'all. I'm sorry. I love the Reebok jersey. They too young for that. Beer, hey, Beer, what's going on? I see you on TikTok. Appreciate you coming through. All right. So hold on. Let me read your. Let me see what you said, Johnny B. You always come with the knowledge. Hold on. Let's see. You and Donna B, two are more knowledgeable female watchers, so we appreciate you coming through, as always. Miss B say, what's wrong with the Falcons? Do you really believe the Falcons are not pursuing Lamar? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I totally believe that the Falcons are going after him. Don't stand on the couch, son. You can hurt yourself. This seat, hold on. Let me move this seat. So you try it again, you won't slip and put your foot. There you go. All right. So I think the Falcons are going to have serious. I mean, everybody on TV is pretty much saying that the Falcons are going to be the main suitor for Lamar. But my thing is that will Lamar pick us to come to us? With the Saints, all right. You said with the Saints getting Derek Carr, I think it has them favored for the NFC South now. I'm confused as what we were going to do. Well, here's the thing. Now, I was saying it before when I first got on. With Baltimore putting a non-exclusive tag on Lamar, that's pretty much saying we wash our hands on Lamar. If you can get a better deal, we're not paying you what you want. So out of respect, instead of putting the exclusive rights on there and dragging it out to try to haggle and get every little squeeze, every little drop of draft capital they can, they say, you know what? You go get the deal and the money you have, and we'll see if we match it or not. If they don't match it, all they get is 2 first-round picks. to get Lamar Jackson, a franchise quarterback in his prime for just 2 first-round picks, it'll cost more to move up to get CJ Stroud or Bryce Young at this point. And that's what I was saying before. CJ Stroud, if you want to get him and trade up to Arizona, but Arizona's looking to move out of that spot. So if they're looking to get out of that spot, that's a prime spot for the Falcons to jump up. For the Falcons to jump up if they were really interested in CJ Stroud. All indications were they did. Terry Fontenot came out of there really impressed with the guy's interview and with his throwing. There's videos about Terry Fontenot raving about this kid, okay? And you already got the reports about him when he was at the playoff game against Georgia. He's talking about, wow, did you see that Stroud kid against the University of Georgia? So he's already on their radar. And him and Bryce Young had the 2 best performances, the SEC championship last year and then the playoffs this year at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Those are 2 best performances in that dome. It wasn't a Falcon player. So you got to look at it as we may be really seriously in the CJ Stroud sweepstakes. We may try to draft up to get Arizona spot, but I'm telling you, man, it's going to take us 2 first-round picks, future first, and 2 second-round picks to move up that high, and possibly a 5th-round pick. Or is it 2 first? I'm sorry, because I've done a lot of mock drafts, so I'm trying to remember. No, it's 2 first-rounders, 1 second-rounder, a 4th-rounder, and a 5th-rounder to get up to the 3rd spot. To go from 8 to 3. But to go from 8 to 1 is 3 first-round picks, future first-round picks. 2 second-round picks, and like a 5th. So that's a lot. Like to move up to get Stroud or Bryce Young is way more to get Lamar. Oh, Jaden Meredith, yeah. Michael Turner. This is Michael Turner jersey, man. Yeah. Michael Turner was a great running back for the Atlanta Falcons. Remember, they got him from San Diego Chargers, but they still had LT. He was LT's backup. Appreciate you coming through, man. Let me give you that sounder. For an unproven player, even though Stroud is unproven, but that's a lot. Exactly. That is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, people say, well, we could get a young guy and build up and still keep our money. But we all know that Arthur Smith, with the recent remarks of Arthur Blank, when he said, if we have 2 more 7 and 10 seasons, that's not according to the plan that he was told by Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot. Them guys are on the hot seat. Okay? So if they're on a hot seat, they got to win now. Now, I like CJ Stroud, but do you think they're going to hit the reset button again and start with another rookie? Now, mind you, he has better potential and talent than Desmond Ridder. But are you going to give that much draft capital up to get CJ Stroud, who's an unknown? And we know Ohio State quarterbacks in general haven't been good in the NFL. Justin Fields had like a 4-game spurt, 4 or 5-game spurt that he looked really good. But for the rest of the season, he looked pretty bad. So, but he has the potential to be a franchise quarterback. I don't think the GM and the head coach are in a position to start over again with a rebuild with a rookie quarterback. And if it's cheaper to get Lamar draft capital wise to not be on the hook for the 1st and 2nd round, because guess what? A lot of people gonna say, well, what if the Ravens don't accept that deal? It ain't up to the Ravens no more. if they would have did exclusive franchise tag, then they could have went up there and haggled with every team. The teams would have had to deal with the Baltimore Ravens only. They come with a deal. They approve it. It's kind of like with Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson, the Texans had exclusive rights on Deshaun Watson. Any team that got into the Deshaun Watson sweepstakes had to send in a package to the Texans, and they had to approve it. Then Deshaun Watson knew who he had to visit and interview with and see who he liked the most. But all of the contracts and the deals were already sent in to the Texans. The Texans was like, okay, you do all these interviews, you go on your recruiting trail, and then you tell us who you want to do, and that's who contract we'll sign. What happened was Deshaun Watson got that last deal from the Falcons, gave it to his agent, and his agent sent it to the Browns and said, can you match this or make it better? Or we're going to sign with them. So within 48 hours, Cleveland came with another contract, sent it to the Texans. The Texans agreed. Of course, the Browns agreed because they sent it to the Texans. None of the deals would have happened. So when Arthur Blank said that, well, we really wasn't thinking about getting Deshaun, we was just inquiring. No, that's a lie. The only way you got to have a face-to-face interview with Deshaun was if the Texans accepted your deal. So you had a deal on the table to get Deshaun Watson from the Texans. Okay? They haven't released the official stuff, but word on the street, it was for 3 first-round picks. Okay? With a person with a checkered past. Hey, Mrs. B said right. I agree. Stroud is a better prospect coming out of college than Ritter. He may be better, but not starting over Lamar. You know what I'm saying? That's the most realistic move despite the money part. Yeah, and you know what, Mrs. B? What I'll tell you is like everybody's fixated on the money. The draft capital is more important than the money, in my opinion, because we look at the rate of what quarterbacks are going to make now. Daniel Jones is just going to make like $35 million per year now. He signed a deal just before a deadline. Daniel Jones is going to make $35 million per year, guys. Y'all don't think that Lamar Jackson is worth $45 million per year? You better sign him now before Joe Burrow get his deal, because he's going to get like $57 million, in my opinion, like $55 to $60 million. That Joe Burrow about to break the bank. When you see Daniel Jones get $35 million, there you go. When you see Carr get around 30 something million, but it's not fully guaranteed. Those are things that set the market. With Derek Carr having a bad season like that, with him being a journeyman quarterback, and he got 30-something million, hey, man, quarterback play and quarterback cost is going up. You can't look at yesteryear and say, that's a bad contract. Because right now, if we look at it now, Matt Ryan's contract wasn't that bad. Because we got him off the books for 2 years for $60-something million. Now, comparatively, his production went so far down, that's why his contract was bad. But I'm just saying, hey, Josh, with Baltimore, I was just talking about it. With Baltimore basically going to the non-exclusive rights, they pretty much washed their hands. They was like, go out and get the deal you want, bro. We're not paying you guaranteed money, over what we said. And it seemed like they're like hundreds of millions of dollars off. So the Falcons say $250 million over 7 years or 8 years, all guaranteed. But team option or after the 6th season, so the 7th and 8th will be team options. Why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you do that? And you got to make this deal before, like I said, you got to make this deal before free agency really pops off. You know what I'm saying? And you get the Burrows and the Justin Herberts. You know what I'm saying? Before they get their deals. Because once they get their deals, oh, it's going to cost them money. Because them guys ain't been MVP of the league before. Yeah. If Daniel Jones is getting 40, what, did he get 40? I thought he got like 35, but still. Daniel Jones getting between 35 and 40 million per year definitely means that Lamar is worth that. And people trying to haggle about money, that's the price of getting a top quarterback. You get Lamar Jackson, you will say that, okay, let's look at the quarterbacks in the NFC. Not in the division, because of course he'll be the best quarterback in the division. If you get Lamar Jackson, you got Jalen Hurts and who else? Hold up. Let me look around. Jalen Hurts and who? Hey, Black Panther, do you know who will be a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson in the NFC? Okoye, do you know? Grogu. Hey, Grogu, do you know? Even Grogu don't know, man. Right now it's undisclosed. I heard Adam Scheffler saying that we're not going to pursue him, but no one knew about the Falcons pursuing Deshaun Watson until the last minute. He wasn't even in the roster. That was like last minute. He was just about to make a decision, and then, boom. The Atlanta Falcons just threw their head into the Deshaun Watson pool. You literally didn't even hear about that until Deshaun was about, because it was always rumored that Deshaun was going to the Browns. Then all of a sudden, the Falcons entered the fray. And the only way you could get a live talk face-to-face with Deshaun Watson is if you sent in a deal to the Texans and they agreed that they would accept that trade. So, and if the Ravens didn't do that and do the exclusive rights, franchise tag rights, they basically saying that you can go out and get whatever deal you want. We just want the 2 picks, the 2 first-round picks, and we're done with you. We finna move on. So it's up to Lamar now. It's up to Lamar and it's up to the Falcons to try to get him in and impress him enough to come to be an Atlanta Falcon. The money ain't really a thing. It will cost less draft prospects to get Lamar Jackson since they did non-exclusive. If they did exclusive, then the team would have to deal with the Ravens directly. Kind of like everybody had to deal with the Texans directly. You know? No. No, I see some people on Tom Hopus. Yeah, what happened was last season, the Falcons wasn't even talked about getting Deshaun Watson until it was like the final day when he was about to make his decision. Then all of a sudden, the Falcons became in play, and then that's why Deshaun came here last. He came here, met with Arthur Blank, Terry, and Arthur Smith. They wined him and dined him. You know, word on the street is that he was about to sign here with the Atlanta Falcons. Me and my wife go to training camp. We remember Deshaun Watson throwing the ball when he was out there at training camp to the players and stuff like that. He was a ball boy. Every a ball go astray, he'd go run up, grab it, throw it back, you know what I'm saying, to the coaches or to the players. So he has a special relationship with the organization. He went to high school right down the street from the Falcon facility in Gainesville High School. So Deshaun is from the crib. They were about to secure the bag But what happened was, after he left, his agent, being a good agent, went back to the Browns and said, can you guys do better than what the Falcons going to do? Because all of these deals had to go through the Texans. No deal was going to get approved. Like what Deshaun Watson did was just go and pick the team he wanted to go to. But every team that was on his list, Carolina, Falcons, Browns, and it was another team too that I forget. It was like 4 teams for Deshaun Watson. And it went down to 3, and then it was just 2. Then it went down to Browns or Falcons, who had the best trade offers. So the Texans just took the other 2 teams off the list. So with the Ravens not putting the exclusive rights on them and just put the non-exclusive rights, his salary cap hit, if they match, can only go up to like 32 million, 32 to 36 million, in between that range. Okay? So the Falcons can sign him to a max deal to like 36. Hell, they can put more on it if I'm thinking right. If not, then they can do the max 36 million, all guaranteed. Add more years to it, so it, instead of 5 years, it'd be 7 years or something like that. And then just make a team option after the 5th year. That way both teams protect themselves. And boom, you give up 2 first-round picks. That's all the Ravens can do. And you get Lamar Jackson. You're going to spend more draft capital trying to move up to number 3 or number 1 to get Stroud. You are. Or Bryce Young. You are. Now, you could wait and get Anthony Richardson right here, who is projected to fall to the Falcons at number 8. You could do that. Hey, Magic Man, what's going on, fam? I see you. Yeah, I'm sorry I ain't tell you or tell nobody. I just saw the news that they did non-exclusive rights for Lamar Jackson. I was like, I got to do something on this, man. All right, Magic Man says the Dolphins just freed up Byron Jones, just released Byron Jones, so that freed up another $13 million. Miami ends up with Rodgers or Lamar. Most likely Rodgers, because again, with the non-exclusive rights, man, basically what's owed to the Ravens, if they don't match, well, whoever team throws at them, you have to have 2 future first-round picks. That's the caveat. And the Dolphins don't. They got second-round picks. They don't have first-round picks. And picks later on down the line, like they could do 2024 and 2025. But if you're going to give up Lamar Jackson, you're going to want to be in this draft and be in the top 8. At the very least, you'll have a chance to get Anthony Richardson. You see what I'm saying? And they can use their pick, Baltimore pick, plus the Falcon pick to move up more. You know what I'm saying? If they want to go for CJ Stroud. So it would behoove them to just say, you know what? We don't want to deal. But that's pretty much what they did. They said, we don't want to deal with Lamar no more. Okay, we're not going to give him this money. Hey, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate y'all coming through, man. This is the Dixon Way, all about the A Sports Talk. So, guys, what would you do? Would you move up in the draft? You would have to give 2 first rounds, 1 second round, and probably a 3rd and a 5th to move up from number 8 to number 3 to Arizona. And that's if you're not in the bidding war, okay? That's just base. Anybody that's done mock drafts, you know that's how much it takes, okay? If you're trying to move up to the Bears, then you got to give up 3 first-round picks, 1 second-round pick this year, and then a 3rd and a 4th next year. So, yeah. Are you going to give up that much to move up to the number 1 spot? Or are you going to just give Lamar what he wants in money-wise, in security for him and his family, and just only give up 2 future first-round picks? That's all you had to do to get Lamar. So get Lamar, who's a Pro Bowler, former MVP in the middle of his prime, for just 2 first-round picks Hey. Can for 100. You say fix the defense. Okay. I'm with that. I have been beating that drum ever since the Metro. I've been beating that drum. What I'm telling you guys is that the cost of quarterback is going up. Daniel Jones has got between 35 and 40 million per year. Daniel Jones. Saints have the best quarterback in the NFC South. If you get Lamar Jackson, you have the second best quarterback, arguably, in the NFC. Jalen Hurts is the only quarterback better than Lamar Jackson in the NFC. Period. Looks like Aaron Rodgers may be going down to the Dolphins, as per se, my magnificent mod Magic Man just pointed out. Yeah, you can fix the defense through free agency. Also, you're only giving up 2 first-rounders. So you got the second on to the 7th round to fix the defense. Now, you got a hit. You definitely got a hit. But if you trading up to try to get Stroud, then you're going to spend a lot more draft capital than what you would. Yep, they talking about it right now. Ravens place non-exclusive franchise tag on Lamar Jackson. He is due $32 million this season after the Ravens and Jackson could not receive a long-term deal. So, the Falcons, I think they can exceed that, but still, they only want to pay him $32 million guaranteed, basically, what they're saying, or give us 2 first-round picks. Go ahead and sign Lamar Jackson, man. These coaches on a hot seat. They don't have time to sit here and develop another quarterback. In their mind, they probably wanted Derek Carr, or also Geno Smith just signed a 3-year deal. And I think he's making like $33 million per year. Geno Smith just got $33 million per year, guys. Hey, Mason, what's going on? 28-3, I see you. Appreciate you coming through. DJ D Smooth, he said they have to understand that the Falcons are willing to give up a lot for Lamar Jackson. But guess what? They won't have to give up a lot. I mean, in draft capital. To move up to get CJ Stroud or Bryce Young is going to take a lot more in draft capital. Yeah, Magic Man. Geno got $30 million. No, he got $105 for 3 years. So that's over 30, man. Man. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, a lot of people don't understand. The price of the quarterback is rising. It ain't cheap no more. Oh, you saying the Falcons should try for Lamar? There's no word that they won't try for him. If they don't try for him, then that's maybe Arthur Blank saying he don't want to go for Lamar. But why would he go for Deshaun, who had a more checkered past? Just because he knew him as a kid, he also knew he had a more checkered past. And he's sitting there lying, talking about, well, you know, we were in talks with him, but we didn't really want it. Yes, you did. No one can talk to him unless you send in an offer. The Texans didn't allow anyone to talk with Lamar who didn't send them, and that was the exclusive tag. So that's the difference between the exclusive tag and the non-exclusive tag. If you have the non-exclusive tag, your player negotiates with the teams himself. He tells them who. All right, look. And they're talking about like, oh no, oh my goodness. Bill Yates just said that will not pursue is the Falcons, Dolphins, Panthers, Commanders, and Raiders.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Wow.
That just happened on the Daily Wager. I'm looking at ESPN right now. Now they're talking about the Falcons not pursue him. Wow, I guess we're drafting then. Okay. Well, they ended that discussion.
Wow.
So look like Lamar may go to the Jets then.
Wow.
That's really interesting. Okay, so let's flip this now. Falcon fans. Since Lamar is out of the picture now, at least that's what they just said on the Daily. I think they're going off of what Adam Scheffler just said. All right, we got some people saying get A-Rod. Okay, and most likely Anthony Richardson is going to fall to number 8. Lamar might go to the Jets if this report is true about the Falcons. And they literally got it up. The Falcons will not pursue him.
Wow.
Why wouldn't the Falcons not pursue Lamar Jackson?
Wow.
Are they really going to move up for CJ Stroud and give up more draft capital? Mrs. B, what's going on? Shooter McGavin said Lamar went to the Jets. Not yet, but the Falcons are off the... Oh, wow. Oh, man. Falcon fans turning on the Falcons organization right now. Terrible organization equals Falcons. Wow. Devon said that makes no sense. I'm reading it right now, man. They're saying that, all right, so Geno Smith just signed a 3-year, $105 million extension today. Wow.
Wow.
Shooter McGavin says that they need a young quarterback. They don't. Here's the thing. Arthur Blank just put the coach and the GM on notice. He said another 7-10 season and back-to-back season is not going to cover. That's not according to the plan that they told me. Arthur Blank is expecting to win. Right now, the Saints have the best quarterback in our division. They'd definitely be favored to win this division. If you get Lamar Jackson, you have the second best quarterback in the NFC. Hey, Tyler, what's going on, fam? I see you. You say you agree because we don't need Lamar. I agree. We have a young quarterback. All right, let's put it like this. If I'm in the park, if I'm in Piedmont Park, right, and I got Lamar Jackson, Stroud, Bryce Young, or Ritter, who's going to be the first pick and who's going to be the last pick out of those players? I'm just asking the question. Miami don't have the draft capital to go after. I called BS on that report too, Magic Man, but that's what's going out on ESPN now, per Adam Scheffler. And they're specifically saying the Atlanta Falcons are not going towards, are not going to seek Lamar Jackson. Now, is this a whole thing to try to get Lamar in New York? Is this a ploy, a media ploy to try to get Lamar into New York? Because we all know that Lamar is representing himself. Him and his mama is representing him. So that's a family member representing him. Negotiations have gotten so bad with the Ravens because, of course, if your family doing it, they're going to take it personally when you point out all his flaws. That's why they could never get a deal done, okay? So if you put out a report that's saying the Falcons have no interest in talking with Lamar Jackson, then guess what Lamar going to be like? Okay, got you. I ain't going to talk to you. So the Falcons are 404 or 770 or 678 area code, call him. He ain't picking up. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at. Yeah, he's only 26 years old. It's not like Lamar is 29 years old with all these injuries. He's 26-year-old in the middle of his prime. He'd be the second best quarterback in this division. For this report to come out so quickly to say that the Falcons aren't interested in even speaking with Lamar is that you're not even doing your job. Tyrant. So let me get, so you don't want Lamar. All right, I got you. You do understand that they'll, with the non-exclusive tag, all you have to do is give up 2 first-round picks, and that's it. Draft capital is more important than money. Because the cost of getting a franchise quarterback is going up. Geno Smith just got $32 million per year. Geno Smith just got $32 million per year. Yes, that Geno Smith. Daniel Jones got like $35, $37 million per year. All right, we got other people in there. Yeah, let's go. DJ G Smooth said Lamar is injury prone and put a lot, is too injury prone to put a lot of money on him. He's injury prone, yes. He'd still be the second best quarterback in this in the whole conference. In this system that Arthur Smith runs. Dude is a former MVP, the youngest MVP in league history. He's in his prime. If you don't want to get Lamar Jackson and you want to, look, me and my wife got rid of jersey shirts, okay? We wanted Ritter to do well. We wish that Ritter would have got a shake on playing majority of the season, if not all the season. But there's no way on God's green earth that you would pick Desmond Ritter over Lamar Jackson. I don't care how injury prone Lamar Jackson is. I can't understand that, guys. Yeah, Lamar might go to the Jets. Without a running game and wide receiver, he won't be hurt. Exactly. We got better offensive pieces than Baltimore does. We got a young running back. We got a stud wide receiver, a stud tight end. We have better pieces offensively. And we have a good run blocking. Now he's going to have to look out. I don't know if we're going to re-sign McGarry. We might get, that. Taylor Lewan said he didn't want to come to the Falcons, but we got Lamar. I bet you he would. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback, period, ever. Okay? Patrick Mahomes is not in the NFC. That's what I'm talking about. You got Jalen Hurts and you have Lamar Jackson. Aaron Rodgers most likely is going down to Miami. I don't even see why this is not a no-brainer, to be honest. You're going to spend more draft capital trying to move up to get Stroud, trying to move up to get Anthony Richardson. I mean, not Anthony Richardson, but Bryce Young. You are. I think our draft capital is more important than money. That's just what I think. Rico Suave, what's going on, bro? Let me give you this sounder. Appreciate you coming through. Atlanta will win the division this season. Chris Clave, best rookie. What's going on? Appreciate you coming to the Dixon Way. Appreciate that follow. Welcome to the family. All right, Mrs. B said, yeah, I don't understand some fans who are happy about this. You'd rather have Ritter over Lamar Jackson. At what point are you going to pay the quarterback regardless of price? The price isn't going down. It's not. Geno Smith just got 3 years, $105 million. That's 32 million per year. Geno Smith. We don't know what Desmond Ritter is. We don't. We would have a better indication of what Desmond Ritter was if we would have played him from the start of the season. He could have did what Marcus Mariota did and improved. All right. Oh, the chat is popping. Appreciate all y'all coming through. Love the discussion, guys. Brandon Bagley says it's a 2018 draft all over again. Yeah, we passed on Justin Fields. We wouldn't even be having this discussion if we would have just got Justin Fields. We wouldn't have this discussion. Because even if we had the same record that we did this year, guess what? We would definitely be just drafting defense and getting another wide receiver. Justin Fields did what he did with no wide receiver and no good tight end. He had a good running back, but that was it. Offensive line was worse than the Falcons. You put Justin Fields on this team, and he's a much better player in this system. But guess what? Our coach didn't believe in Justin Fields coming out of college. Our coach or GM, one or the other, didn't believe in him. And right now, one of them are blocking us for going to get Lamar. I don't understand. I don't understand how you could be on the hot seat and you're going to sit there and hang your hat on Desmond Ritter. Anthony Richardson was worse than Desmond Ritter as a college quarterback. I want you guys to say that. Everybody's saying go get Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson threw for 53% completion. 53%. In the NFL, you got to throw them open. You can't wait till they get open and then throw it. It's too late then. Regardless on how strong your arm is, it's too late. He looked good at the combine. He looked better than I thought he would. But again, when the bullets start flying in live action and the speed of the game come, he looked lost against Georgia. He looked good against Utah, but that's not the same type of athlete. And even with the University of Georgia, everybody at the end of the bench in the NFL was an All-American or a top type of player in college. You know what I'm saying? Or a well-coached player in college. The speed of the NFL is different. And if you get Anthony Richardson, that'll be a fair football competition in my opinion. You won't have to move up. He's going to fall to you. I don't want Will Levis at all. Will Levis is Carson Wentz. Yeah, I said it. He's Carson Wentz. He look it. He ain't it. No, that ain't it. JT said a top 8 pick with top 4 quarterbacks should draft. There's only 2 quarterbacks worth drafting in the first round, in my opinion. I said last year there was no quarterback worth drafting before the 4th or 5th round. I was right about that. Now, if you want to take Anthony Richardson and say he's a project, I agree with you. This coaching staff and this GM don't have 3 years. They got next year and a year after that. And I'm telling you right now, if they have another 7-10 season, they're out of here. They're not going to reach the 4th year of that contract. They're not. Isaiah Xavier Gross, what's going on? appreciate you coming through. Let me give you this sounder. As a Bears fan, I hope we can get 3 first-round picks and then still get Will Anderson. Exactly. It's going to take 3 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, and a 5th-round pick to get the Bears, at least on the mock drafts that I've run. That's how much it equals to get the number 1 pick with the Bears. To get Lamar Jackson, all you got to get a first this year and a first next year. Now, you got to spend the money, but draft capital to be able to build this team is better to get Lamar Jackson than to spend all of that draft capital to get a quarterback and never be able to build around him. Never build up a team around him that can grow with him. I'm not saying that the Falcons are 1 quarterback away from winning the Super Bowl. No. What I'm saying is the NFC don't have any quarterbacks. Now, I mean, the 3rd best quarterback right now, or the 5th best quarterback in the NFC as it stands is Derek Carr. Just saying, guys. You said that Ritter did real good his last couple of you talk about the last couple of games. We played against the Bears, who defense is probably worse than ours since they got rid of their 2 best defenders. Also, they have a worse offensive line than us. Justin Fields has no weapons, and he still almost won that game. Justin Fields don't have a Cal Pitts, and he don't have a Drake London. Okay? I'm glad that Ritter won that game. In my opinion, that's Ritter's best game because he played against starters for the entire game. The Tampa Bay game, Tampa Bay went into preseason mode. They packed everybody up in the middle of the second quarter. They packed all their starters up in the middle, like near the end of the second quarter into halftime. He played against backup and 3rd stringers. It basically was a preseason game in the second half. And he brought us back to win. We won the game, but guess what? That's what it was. He showed growth. I look forward to him coming in the next season. But we start with Ritter. Guys, we don't have the best quarterback in this division anymore. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are pretty confident that Trask can be the number 1 quarterback on their team. They came out actually and said, guess what? Cal Trask is our quarterback. We're not looking to draft a quarterback. Flat out. We never said that. We never said that. Even if we got to draft another quarterback in the draft because we only got 1 on the roster, that doesn't mean, calm down, son. That doesn't mean that we're not going to, Larry, do not stand on the couch, son. Be careful. That doesn't mean that we're not going to get an upgrade to the quarterback. So I don't know, man. We'll see. If the Falcons move up to get Stroud, some of these fans are going to complain all them because you gave up all them picks just to move up to get him. I think they really like CJ Stroud, and I think they may have a trade in place with the Cardinals to try to secure him. But I feel like you're going to give up more draft assets to get CJ Stroud. I think players will try to come here to play with Lamar on the cheap. I don't know about that, CJ Stroud. I mean, he's a great talent. I would want CJ Stroud over Ritter. Yeah, I would. But again, he's going to be cheap. And guess what? You're not going to have draft capital to build him up for the next 2 or 3 years. And then he's going to be coming up on his deal after 4 years. So now what? Now you're going to have to pay him if he's as good as advertised. What? 45, 50 million? And he ain't never really won anything, but he looked good. What are you gonna do then? You gonna let him walk, or you gonna sit here and play the dance like you're doing, like Baltimore did with Lamar? Interesting. Lamar Jackson going to New England? Now, that would be interesting. That would be real interesting. Yep, as a Bears fan, you're happy that the Falcons picked a tight end and didn't pick Justin Fields. Is that right, Isaiah? I know you're right, Isaiah. I know you're happy that the Falcons picked the tight end and not picked Justin Fields. Yep. Mm-hmm. Darnell Mooney is good. Devon Collier is saying, Collar is saying Ritter's not special. I don't get that vibe. He could. Hey, look. Ritter could be a late bloomer like Justin Field. Like Jalen Hurts, excuse me. They didn't know Jalen Hurts was a dude until this season, after this season ended. Before this season came up, they basically said, look, we just got you A.J. Brown. We drafted you Smith. You know what I'm saying? We got the best offensive line in the league. We got a nice young running back. It's up to you, Jalen Hurts. The ball's in your court. We're not going to mess around and give you a big contract without proving something to us like we did with Carson Wentz, okay? You got to prove it. He did. He about to get a monstrous contract. He's the best quarterback in the NFC, period. Not even a discussion. Probably third best in the league right now. But, yeah, I don't get that feeling. You know what I'm saying? And Ritter could be that guy, you know? So, in defense of Ritter, he could be that guy. DJ D Smooth here, yeah. Ravens fan here, love my Ravens, but they need to focus on building the defense and receivers. Well, there you go. That's a Ravens fan saying it. He's wiping his hands up on Lamar. And that's pretty much what the Ravens did. When you put a non-exclusive tag on him, you're basically saying, Lamar, go out and get your deal. We tired of dealing with you, bro. We ain't seeing eye to eye. We ain't paying you that much. So go get the deal you want. We don't want to haggle over it. We don't want to treat you like the Texans treated Deshaun. Okay? So we're going to give you the right to go find a deal to go wherever you want to go. Boom. But the Falcons putting out a statement saying they don't even want to talk to him. That got to either be Arthur Smith or Arthur Blank. I don't know. I don't think that Arthur Smith wants somebody in here that's going to overtake his shine. That could be it. New England would be awesome. He could bring in. Yeah. Appreciate all you guys coming through, man. This is Dixon Way, all about the A Sports Talk. Look at that. Kevin Mosley said Lamar needs to go to the Jets and be great. Yeah, you know, New York want them superstars there. Especially the Jets, man. The Jets ain't had no real quarterback since Joe Namath. So they definitely hungry for a winner. And they'll pay him anything he want. As Greeny. So, Tyreek, you would rather just stick with Ritter. And so are we going to draft like anyone else to push Ritter or anything? Or we just going to give the keys to Ritter with no? And we sit here and hope that he can be like Jalen Hurts. Hell, I just want him to turn into Jimmy G. I think that's his ceiling. I don't think that Arthur Smith can coach half as good as Kyle Shanahan, though. Kyle Shanahan made Jimmy G who he was. I know he was pretty good with the Patriots, but I'm telling you, that's when you're in a system and the players adhere to the system. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that Jimmy G is that dude that can come in and help the Falcons get to the Super Bowl and compete. I don't. I don't think Tannehill could. No, I don't. I don't think John Johnson could. No, I don't. 50 million. Look, man, 50 million is the going price for a top. Lamar Jackson is still a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. If you don't believe that, then of course I wouldn't pay that. I believe Lamar Jackson is a top. Yeah, I believe Lamar Jackson is either a top 5 or top 7 quarterback in the league. If you don't believe that, then no, don't pay Lamar Jackson $50 million. But guess what? If Daniel Jones is getting $40 million per year, what do you think that Lamar Jackson is worth? I mean, look. Guys, I'm not the one out here paying these quarterbacks. They're getting this money. Deshaun set the standard. He set the market, guys. Exactly. Why would you get Richardson or Hooker or Stetson Bennett, as folks keep saying? Ritter was a 3rd-round pick. You draft another quarterback if you need him in the 1st round. Stroud, exactly. All right, now, Mrs. B, I do like Hendon Hooker, but again, he's coming into the league with a leg injury. That part scares me more so because he hasn't even started his career. And he already got a major leg injury. But before he had that leg injury, he was a Heisman candidate. Top 3, actually. People saying get Stetson Bennett. Stetson Bennett is older than Ritter. Guys, Stetson Bennett is older than Ritter. You guys do understand that, right? And Ritter was a 3-year starter with Cincinnati. Yeah. What are you watching, son? What are you watching? Your daddy kiss. Your daddy kiss. Thank you. So, nah. What are they doing? Yeah, I can't see. You got to get a 1st-round pick. If you want Anthony Richardson, I look at Anthony Richardson as a huge project. That's a 3-year project, in my opinion. I don't mind it. If they get him, I get it. They don't want to give up money, and they don't want to move up to get a better arm talent. So you get him, and you really fell in love with his combine, but didn't really watch him in college. He wasn't that hot against good competition, and that's college level. And the speed from college, even if it's the SEC, the speed of the defenses in the NFL is much faster. That's a 3-year project, guys. This coach and this GM don't have 3 years. They don't. Arthur Blank already put them on notice. Okay. We just got a new offensive coordinator from Georgia. Yeah, I know Baltimore did. Yep, they did. Nah, I'm not Stephen A. Fox Better. What's going on? Appreciate you coming through. Let me give you that sound. Yep, love Richardson, but facts. Why draft him if you're going to ruin his development? Yeah, I mean, well, if you draft Richardson, to be honest, if you draft Richardson, you will still have the draft capital to build a team around him. You know? But again, do people have faith in Arthur Smith to be able to teach this kid how to improve his passing? Do we have a quarterback coach on our team to be able to do that? Hey, man, appreciate you coming through. Hey, he said, user on TikTok said, Will Levis is the next Jake Locker. Keep preaching the facts, bro. Love your show. Appreciate that, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate you coming through. Oh, who said that? Jaden said, Lamar to the Jets, period. Probably. The Falcons seem like they done took him out. Mrs. B said, we ain't got no time for projects. Tell him, Mrs. B. Miss B like this. She triggered like me. Miss B like, look, we ain't got no time for projects. The project, if you're going to do a project, then go all in on Ritter. If you're going to do a project, go all in on Ritter. Or Stroud. If you're going to go and get a project, and you might as well spend the equity to go get CJ Stroud. Don't play around. Don't half do it. Richardson look, if they get Richardson, they're going to give him and Ritter a fair chance to compete for the job. I think that's the only one that'll be a fair competition. If they got Stroud or Bryce Young, they're going to give the keys to either one of those guys, period, point blank. It's not going to be a quarterback competition. It's going to be an anointment, you know. Like, don't stop that, please. Stop it. Don't do that, okay? You can fall backwards and hurt yourself, okay? Yeah, I mean, if I had better confidence in this team to develop, because, I mean, really and truthfully, last year, well, this following year, or this past year, this season we just went by, in the dang on preseason, there was really no big difference between Mariota and Ritter from what I saw. Actually, Ritter passed better. Mariota ran better. It was the same as in the regular season too. So if the talents are kind of similar, one guy's in his 7th season, other guy's in his 1st season, you play the rookie. We wasted our time with Marcus Mariota. And I think Coach promised that dude that he was going to be the starter unquestioned. There was no quarterback competition with Ritter and Mariota when it should have been. Daniel said that Lamar isn't going to the Jets. Aaron Rodgers is going. Okay, that definitely could be John Masselello. I'm sorry if I'm messing up your name. He said, go Birds. Appreciate you coming through. Let me give you the sounder. Stop that, son, please. Son, please stop. All right. I wouldn't trade up for no quarterback. Trade down for future capital. So you want to rock with Ritter. Okay. All right. You better build a heck of a defense. And it can happen. You can definitely build your team up and get all the pieces, get another wide receiver, possibly get Darnell Watson in the 2nd round, build up your offensive line. Well, first of all, if you're going to build right, you got to build offensive line. Build offensive line, get that defense straight, and then go from there. But you have money to spend, and here's the thing. What are you going to spend your money on in free agency? You're saying build a defense. Do the draft or do free agency? The Washington Redskins already put the franchise tag. I think they put the exclusive tag on Payne, Deron Payne. So that's a no-go. You're going to have to give up 2 or 3 first-round picks for that. So, no, you're not going to be able to do that. Jalen Ramsey, what are you going to give up to the Rams for Jalen Ramsey? No, that's a no-go. He's not coming to a team that's have a rookie quarterback or a quarterback of – he's going to want to go to a team that has a legitimate chance to compete in the playoffs. Not just make the playoffs, but legitimate. So, how are you going to woo these defenders to come over here? Money? Nah. Everybody got money. Are you going to be able to take it? People will come here to try to play with Lamar. But hey, I understand. You got to build your team through the draft. It's kind of like the Atlanta Hawks. DeJounte Murray is the biggest pickup in free agency that we've done, biggest trade that we've done since Joe Johnson. Free agents don't say, I'm going to the Hawks. Same thing with the Falcons. They don't. Our biggest transaction, I think, was Alex Mack. Future Hall of Famer Alex Mack, in my opinion. Before then, it was Michael Turner. No, it was Tony Gonzalez, excuse me. But you see how many years you had to go back to see someone take our money. And then, hold up, Tony G was a trade, so it wasn't free agency. And Alex Mack was a trade. So, no, it wasn't a... Yeah, so, dang, man, when is the last time we got someone to come and take our money as a free agent? Riddle me that. John Alexander said, Lorenzo Carter, I think that was a good signing. Lorenzo Carter played good when he got a chance to get out there. He played better than Troy Anderson, to be honest. He'll be a better option at middle linebacker than Troy because he knows how to maneuver and not get caught up in the mush. I think Troy Anderson needs to be an outside linebacker, but hey, what do I know? Magic Man said there's no franchise quarterbacks in this draft, period. Now, I disagree with you, Magic Man. I think that CJ Stroud or Bryce Young are franchise quarterbacks. Breezy 1500 said we have to sit around for the next 3 or 4 years watching BS. Oh, no. Appreciate you coming through, Breezy. I got that sounding for you, bro. Appreciate you coming in on the Dixon Way. All right. Devon, keep putting this, man. Ritter ain't special. He's just decent, not special. Yeah. Keep in mind, we only scored 9 points against the Ravens. Yeah, keep in mind. Mm-hmm. Great point, Mrs. B. Let me give you applause on that. Mm-hmm. And we still had a chance to win that game. If we had a better pass of the ball, we win that game. Jordan James, 23. Appreciate that, follow. Welcome to the Dixon Way on TikTok. Appreciate that, bro. Build them up through free agency. The defense, build up the defense through free agency? Okay. Or build up Ritter through the free agents. I'm sorry. Fields would be good with the Falcons. Yeah, he would have, and we had a chance to draft him. But we didn't. We picked a tight end. And Pitts ain't a bad pick. It's just that there was no foresight. Yeah, but Aaron Rodgers had a better college career than that. And the Falcons aren't the another thing, the Falcons are not the Green Bay Packers, who are an excellent organization, who has always developed good quarterbacks. The Falcons let go of good quarterbacks. Just saying. I see what you're saying, Magic Man, but I'm also saying that the Falcons are not the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay Packers were fortunate enough to have a Hall of Fame quarterback gifted to them by the Atlanta Falcons in Brett Favre, and they got Aaron Rodgers, and he was able to sit there and learn behind a great quarterback. And then when it was his time to shine, go throw it in the garbage, son. Go throw it in the garbage. When it was time to shine, he shined. Miles Sanders is mid. Okay. Yep. Yeah, Breezy, I couldn't understand that why we just take our name out of the hat. Like, as a GM, you need to kick the tires on everything. You just said in your press conference that you were going to kick the tires on anything, that you were going to get another quarterback, and you were looking to improve. It's contradictory of itself. That's why I don't know about that report. But right now, ESPN is reporting, Adam Schefter is reporting that the Falcons want no part of. No, I don't think Ritter. I don't think Ritter can be the MVP of the league. And that's the question that people have to ask. You know, y'all think it's too much to get the MVP of the league, the youngest MVP in NFL history? Jada, you think? All right, Jada, we're going to check this out in 3 years, all right? Here's screenshot this. Jaden said that Ritter gonna be an MVP in 3 years. Okay. Hey man, he believe in Ritter that much. Hey, power to you, bro. Power to you. I'm not gonna call you names or anything like that. We differ in opinion. That's all. Lamar to the 49ers. Now that's not happening. They getting rid of Jimmy G. They're either going Lance or Purdy. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the Colts want to jump the Texans. If the Colts jump the Texans and to get the number 1 pick from the Bears, and then the Texans pick Bryce Young, it's Anthony Richardson or Will Levis or Ritter. So did you hear about they cut Zeke? No, I didn't hear about them cutting Zeke, but I kind of figured how much money he was owed to save money off the cap. So yeah. Breezy said, like I said, we're going to be watching this BS for the next 4 years. No, we won't. Because if we get a new GM and new coach next season, after next season, if we go 7-10 again, I think Arthur Blank is going to fire them both. I feel sorry for the black man. I feel sorry for Arthur Smith. But Arthur Blank is 80-something years old. He don't want no... He let y'all rebuild twice. Y'all came in here and lied to him, said that you could work with Matt Ryan just to get the job. You saw you couldn't, so you quickly wanted to try to get Deshaun Watson. That fell through. Now you had a rock with Mariota, and you wasted Ritter's rookie season with Mariota. Well, they pretty much was similar. But if they're similar, you play the younger talent. So now we don't know. GQ, Jack ATL, what's going on? Appreciate you coming through. Let me give you that sounder. Yep, Falcons, let's go. Yeah. Yep. He said, Arthur Blank, pay him the money. Yeah. I mean, seriously, it's only money. And you won't give up that much draft capital. Like, I'm of the thought of if we had to give up more draft capital to move up in the draft to pick better potential talent, on talent in Bryce Young or in CJ Stroud, then that's like if you would spend 3 first-round picks to get to the Bears spot, plus 2 second rounds and a 5th-round pick. Why wouldn't you just give up 2 future first rounders for Lamar Jackson, who's already been an MVP? You know? All right, Ritter. Hey, 3 year Jaden, you said in 3 years, Ritter is going to be an MVP. Big dog, what up, big dog? I see you, fam. I see you. Hey, son. Come here. Get daddy kiss. Come here. Calm down, son. Come. Thank you. Thank you. I see you, big dog. I can't even read this name. It's so tiny. Let's see. Charlie Hendy, one TikTok. He says, who's the Falcon best quarterback of all time? Matt Ryan. Not even a question. Now, the favorite quarterback is Mike Vick. The best quarterback is Matt Ryan. Yeah. JT, you think the Panthers is taking Livers? I hope so. Look like Carson Wentz to me. So I hope they pick him. Max Duggan. Hey, Magic Man. Max Duggan looked really bad against the Bulldogs and looked really bad in the combine. He was fast. But throwing the ball, I watched Max Duggan overthrow 3 people on an out route. The same pass he was missing that was open against UGA. The pass that CJ Stroud was killing us with. The back shoulder throw. He was trying to throw those in the drill with nobody out there, and he sailed 3 in a row. Nah, bro. Nah. Max Duggan is a great college quarterback. Second in the Heisman race. Nah, bro. Nope. I don't want him at all. Eli, what up, fam? I see you. Welcome back to the stream. Hey, we have to win now. Glenn Millhouse, what's going on? What do you think about Carr to the Saints? Carr has the best. I mean, the Saints have the best quarterback in this division now. That's what I think. Do I think Carr can lead them to a Super Bowl run? No. Do I think Carr could possibly win this division with Michael Thomas? Yeah, if Coach right. I mean, again, it's what you want to do. Carr got $33 million, I think. Yeah, I think he got $33 million from the Saints per year. How much y'all think it's gonna cost to get a top quarterback if they're paying for mid quarterbacks like Geno Smith? Like Geno Smith was 33, and I think Carr got $33 million also. Darren Dixon, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. I see you. Appreciate you coming through. Breezy, you a season ticket holder and you will not be attending? Wow. See, and that's why I don't understand why the Falcons wouldn't be in Lamar Jackson sweepstakes. As a season ticket holder, everyone knows when you went to that game with the Bears, who was more fans there? Bears fans. Who more fans was there when the Steelers fans? Steelers fans. Who had the most fans when the Browns came? Browns fans. That's embarrassing. Arthur Blank sitting up in his booth and looking down in his suite and seeing nothing but other team fans in there. That's embarrassing, bro. That's also showing you the Atlanta fans are defaulting on their PSLs and season ticket holders. You know? But word on the street is where the reports from ESPN, Adam Schefter saying the Falcons don't even want to interview. They don't want no parts of Lamar, so okay. Wow. Shangri Gorick, I guess. Appreciate you coming through. Let me give you this sound. He says that Indy takes Lamar. Maybe. Galaxy Wolf, appreciate that follow on TikTok. Welcome to the Dixon Way family. Appreciate it. So Indy giving up their draft capital instead of moving up to get Bryce Young, they could pivot and go and get Lamar Jackson. Okay, I can see that. Oakland Raiders, what up, fam? I see you. Welcome back to the stream. We got a season ticket holder in here, man. He's sad. He was really hoping that, hey, when you get the news, and this is why I made this stream. When I got the news that Lamar Jackson was put on a non-exclusive deal, I was like, wow, that means the Falcons, the only thing they had to do is just pay him what he want and then just only give up 2 future first-round picks. I mean, draft capital should be worth more than money, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Nobody wants Lamar because of his contract demands. Bills Mafia said, what's going on, Bills Mafia? I see what you're saying. And that could be true. We're going to see because he got non-exclusive tags. So let's see what Lamar works out. Lamar is doing himself a disservice by not having proper representation. because since his family members, his mama or whoever is doing his contract, him and his mom, when you're doing a contract negotiation, you're going to get your feeling hurt because the team that had you or whatever, they're going to bring up all your flaws. They're going to bring up your flaws, and you're going to feel like you're disrespected. Did I like Jeff George? Oh, no, of course not. Of course I didn't like Jeff George. Appreciate you coming through, though. Norman Fitzgerald said, Michael Turner, that's right. That man knows his Falcon history. Michael the Burner Turner. Yes, sir. Hold up, let me. A little bit. Yeah, son. You going on the trip with the little Einsteins? And my son is acting out the show. He's watching YouTube right now. Very excited. All right. Yes. No, Tony G is the best free agent. No, my bad. Michael Turner was the best free agent signing. Yes. Because we signed him from the Chargers when they had LT. Yeah, he was the best backup running back in the NFL, and we signed him. One of the best deals that Thomas Dimitroff did. So I have to give applause on that. Yeah, I know I got on Michael Turner jersey. No, but I was trying to think, was it another person that was a free agent? But nah, because Tony G was a trade, so that's not a free agent acquisition. Tom Hopus, what's going on? As a Texas fan, who you think we should pick up? I think you guys should pick Stroud. If you're worried about size, go pick Stroud. If you're not worried about size, then pick Bryce Young. You guys got a bad offensive line, I would get Stroud because the beating he's going to take in that division is going to be fierce. I would get Stroud, personally. Desmond forever number 2. Well, he's number 1 right now. We will be better with Vic coming back. Nah, Vic is done. That boat been sailed. What do you think about Anthony Richardson from Florida? Anthony Richardson from Florida, I think that he wowed everyone at the combine. He did much better than I thought he would. He even wowed me. But I have to go back and think about what Anthony Richardson did in SEC play. I just have to think about that. And it wasn't good. His best game was against Utah in the first game of the season. That was his absolute best game of the season. Other than that, he threw for 53%. Guys, that's what he did. Now, if you get the right coach, like say he went to Kyle Shanahan or Andy Reid, I think Anthony Richardson could be a really good quarterback. But he come to the Falcons, I don't know about that. I don't know. I just don't know. Goodness, son. Change the episode. You are super hyper on that little Einstein. What? Yeah, I mean, AR-15, he is literally a 3-year project at the least. So I don't think that the Falcon organization with the GM and the head coach have 3 years to wait on him to develop. Arthur Blank already put him on notice. Tom Opus said in 3 years, Desmond Ridder be the MVP of the XFL. Oh, goodness. Jaquavius, what's going on, man? 28-3. Appreciate you coming through. Ty Dollar, what's going on? News about Lamar. What's this news about Lamar? I can see us getting Richardson. Yeah, I mean, Richardson most likely is going to fall to us, Ty Dollar. Yeah, but I mean, the report is like the Falcons ain't even really interested in him. So, Lamar now. That's what Adam Scheffler is reporting. I don't know how true that is, but hey. Yeah. Duggan was a great college quarterback, but I don't think he's going to be a good pro quarterback. I mean, he couldn't beat the simple defense that we were throwing at him, and there were openings he couldn't connect. And those same throws I was looking to see if he could make that were open in the national championship game against the University of Georgia. He was sailing in the combine with no defense there, no pass rush, and no defender in front of the wide receiver. He was sailing them. Duggan had the worst out of all of the top, like so-called top quarterbacks at the combine. Duggan looked the worst. I mean, he looked the worst throwing the ball. Stetson Bennett looked much better than him. Stetson Bennett was probably the third best quarterback. Well, he was the second best quarterback in throwing outside of Stroud at the combine. But, I mean, he's 25 years old. So, Murphy Poole, what's going on, fam? I see you. Falcon Pros in the house. What up, fam? I see you. Trucker Mike said, him having family speak on his behalf is what's hurting him. NFLPA needs to look into that Watson contract since they were caused a drama for Lamar. No, actually the NFLPA do have people working with Lamar and his mother or his family trying to get this deal done. But they're not going to let him accept anything small. Also, and then they kind of facilitated this. So I think the NFLPA is a good way to do it, but Lamar Jackson is doing himself a disservice by and it could be that either Terry or Arthur Blank don't want to deal with Lamar's mama. That could be it. I think Lamar Jackson will be signed either with the Ravens or someone else if he had legal representation as an agent. Family members are going to take it personally, when they bring up his flaws. But that's all a part of negotiation. Yeah, he going to sit out if he's not picked up, but I think he's going to be picked up. Too many teams out here need quarterbacks. Warrick Dunn, yes. Warrick Dunn was a great pickup also, but that was before. I'm saying the last great pickup was this dude right here, Michael Turner. IS West, appreciate you coming through, bro. Welcome to the stream. Oh, of course I'm a Falcon fan, man. I'm ride or die all my Atlanta teams. Jonathan Bourne, what up, fam? I see you. Welcome back to the stream, fam. Who buys 2 baby Yodas? We bought them for my son. Hey. Who worried about somebody's backdrop? Appreciate you coming through to the stream though. Where around does Stetson go? Stetson looked good in the I think Stetson helped himself out at the combine. Probably 5th round. He may go undrafted. I'm hoping he goes in the 5th round to someone. But again, he's already 25 years old, so it's like if the Falcons picked up Stetson Bennett would be older than Desmond Ridder. Dedrick Spotsville, what's going on? He's a Saints fan. He said the Saints winning the division this year. They real happy about getting Carr. I'm glad y'all got Carr. Carr ain't been the same since Gruden left, so we'll see. But y'all do have the best quarterback in this division now, so shout out to y'all. Alex Mack was a trade. He wasn't a free agent. He was a trade. We traded picks for Alex Mack. That's not a free agent. I'm talking about the best free agent pickup was Michael Turner. Recently. Work Done was a great pickup also. British in USA, what's going on? How you doing? He said Georgia trash. Wow. Roll Tide. Roll Tide Dynasty British Tide fan from Utah. So you are a Bama fan in Utah. Okay. That's all right. We run the SEC now, bro. Y'all catch up to us. Appreciate you coming through, man. Let me give you that sound. Also, let me give you a little of this right here. Nick Saban's best protege has come back to take over the SEC. Okay, man. You see you're a Cowboys fan and a Patriots fan? Okay. All right. All right. I don't understand how people can be fans of two teams from two different seasons. You say he was a free agent. Okay, I'll go back and look up. No, I don't get that, sir. I don't get it. I only root for my Atlanta teams. I don't root for any other team in any other conference. I don't have an NFC team and an AFC team. I'm a Falcon fan, Atlanta Hawks fan, Atlanta Braves fan, Atlanta United fan, Atlanta Swarm, their lacrosse team. Yeah. Hey, Baby Ace, how you doing, man? On TikTok, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you coming through. Right now, Adam Scheffler is reporting that the Atlanta Falcons don't want anything to do with Lamar Jackson. They will not be speaking to Lamar Jackson. Magic Man, you know I already told you, man. I never understand people who root for two different teams. I know why. I know you told me why, because you lived in Southern Florida for a while. So you adopted the Dolphins and you're from Green Bay and you root for the Packers. But, I never understood that. Ian Rappaport from, okay. Oh, yeah. I already knew about Lorenzo Carter. That happened earlier today. That happened in the morning. Yeah, that happened this morning. Lorenzo Carter re-signed with the Falcons. Yeah, appreciate that update, Magic Man. Appreciate you, bro. All right, guys. Yeah, that report kind of got me down, man. Can we get a good? Hold on, let me see. Can we get a good draft prospect depending on the sport they're at? Well, a spot they're in. Yeah, I mean everybody's clamoring about Anthony Richardson's combine, which was amazing. I sat there. We got a combine watch party. You guys can go back and watch our reactions to the 40s and all that stuff of all 4 days. But yeah, so I watched all 4 days of the combine, at least 4 hours, all 4 days. And I'm here to tell you, I saw Anthony Richardson, and he was very impressive. But I also saw Anthony Richardson playing in the SEC, and that was not so much. I mean, he threw for 53%. Now, if you can get the right coach to coach him up, then you will have your one-on-one. You will have a Cam or another Lamar Jackson. So, yeah. Hey, British in USA, you said 28-3. Okay, appreciate you. You're about the fourth person to come in here. Good job. Babyface, you say you like Will Levis? Dude, that dude remind me of Carson Wentz, man. He was kind of selling some balls in the combine to people, and I saw him. Same thing. I don't trust that dude. He looked the part. You said Bryce Young to the Cowboys. They don't have the draft capital to move up to get Bryce Young. Yeah, Will Levis have a cannon just like Carson Wentz. Can't control that cannon. It's no good. Dak Prescott is not elite. Okay, that's fair. I can agree with that. Dak is not elite. That's true. Dak was playing better when their offensive line was still fully intact. So did Ezekiel Elliott. I don't think Dak is bad. I still think Dak is probably right at number 10 at quarterbacks in the NFL. Oh, no, we were never going to franchise tag Caleb McGarry. No. We were not going to give Caleb McGarry $17 million. And that's what it would have cost to franchise him. Yeah, he's out of here. I mean, I already knew that. Yeah, we got to get a right tackle. I mean, if we're not going to get Lamar and we're going to keep Ritter, we definitely got to shore up this offensive line. But we just lost one of our best blockers. So, yeah, now what we do best is run the ball has just gotten weaker. Taylor Lewan is out there, but he already said he doesn't want to come here. He wants to go to the Chiefs, possibly, or go to another contending team. And I understand that. Maybe Orlando Brown Jr., yeah. Oh, yeah, we're real friendly, dude. We are real friendly. Great city to live in my opinion. Oh, Magic Man, we don't want to start. Hey, whoever is a fan or whatever, man, we appreciate anyone coming in here and sharing their experience with the Dixon Way. My name's Larry. This is the Dixon Way, all about the A Sports Talk. You said you need to get out of Utah. You've been there for 5 years. Oh, okay. Oh, you also lived in Buffalo. Okay, so you lived in cold weather areas. You haven't lived down in the South or something like that where it's nice and warm temperature. And we do have a winter here. We just don't get a lot of snow. So it gets cold, but no snow. Okay? So you get the cold weather, but you don't get no snow. And then it's been warm today. Like it was up to like 75 degrees today. So yeah. Do I think the Falcons can win the NFC South next season? Not with Ritter being our quarterback. I think that's another rebuild season, to be honest. And now that the Saints got a legitimate starting quarterback, which I don't really fear David Carr, but we got to build this defense up. And again, guys, we got a lot of money. Who's going to take it? We got a lot of money. Who's going to take it? I thought you said you'd never been. Oh, okay. Okay. Lazy Eyes, what's going on? Say, rise up. I see you, Lazy Eyes. What's going on? That sounded for you. Appreciate you coming to the stream. Hey, appreciate that follow. Welcome to the Dixon Way family. Lazy Eyes, I see. Khalil Mack might be on his last leg, to be honest. And a player like that want to go to a contender so he can try to get a championship before he retires. If he comes to Atlanta, he's going to ask for a pretty penny, and we can't spend a lot on an aging quarterback. If people don't want to pay a lot for Lamar Jackson, well, I'm going to pay a lot for Khalil Mack, who's on his last leg. No. Nope. If it's cheap, yeah. Exactly. Khalil Mack is not worth that. He's on the back end of his deal. He's almost on his way out the door, to be honest. Especially since the Chargers just traded for him and they already letting him go. Like, that should tell you The Chargers needs help, and they're letting him go after just trading for him from the Bears. How you think the Bears got all that draft capital? Yeah, like, come on, man. We got to think about the whole situation, guys. No, I'd rather try to trade for Kenny Allen or something like that, who's a young wide receiver, young veteran who can help train and give tips of the trade to Drake London. Lamar's been talking with Washington. Uh-oh. Hey, Ray, what's going on? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Lamar been talking with Washington. Okay, there you go. Gonna stay right in the D.C. area. That makes sense. Then the NFC East would have the two best quarterbacks in the NFC if he went to Washington. And they got Todd Monken, our Georgia Bulldogs former offensive coordinator. And for the Raisins, I'm sorry, that was for the Raisins. Oh no, they got Airbnb. Ooh. Airbnb get his hands on Lamar Jackson. Ooh. Man, the Commanders could come up real quick. They already got a great defense, great running game, good tight end and wide receiver. They just need the quarterback, to be honest. And they don't need draft capital. So yeah, that would probably be a perfect spot, to be honest. Better spot than Atlanta. If he's weighing his options on who he want to go to, Washington would be a better situation. Washington don't care about no draft picks. They'll give up 2 first-round picks. Now, the thing is, do Washington have the 2 first-round picks to give away? That's the thing. Do they have this season's and next season's first-round pick? Because I thought they gave away some picks to Indianapolis to get Carson Wentz. And that could be true. If we're going to get Metcalf or if we get Hargrove, what's that? The safety is Wentz a 3rd and the 5th. Oh, okay. All right. So they probably still do have their first round pick for the next 2 years. Okay. Stop, Larry. Stop. Stop jumping on the couch. What? Okay. Well, that's different. I mean, to be honest, guys, if you got to choose between the Falcons roster or the Washington Commanders roster, you're going to pick the Commanders. Commanders are literally a quarterback away from being a really good team. Kyle Pitts is a beast. He's a hurt beast right now. I'm just saying team overall. Like, Washington has a good running back, a good wide receiver, and a good tight end, just like the Falcons. Whoa, be careful, son. They have all that, plus a top 5 defense. So they have all of that, plus a top 5 defense to make up for it, just like Baltimore does. Then that's a better situation. Oh, yeah, Pitts and look, Lamar with Pitts and Drake London and Algiers, that would be a dynamic offense for sure. In this offense, yes. But Adam Schefter is saying that we're not even considering getting Lamar Jackson, Ray. I don't know if you saw that, but they were reporting that the Falcons aren't even in the running. They don't even want to talk to Lamar Jackson. I don't know if they don't want to deal with Lamar's family. Maybe that's what it is. But someone's going to pick him up. Someone's going to pick him up. All right, guys, I don't talk too long about this. I initially, when we started, I thought the Falcons were in the running to get him, Lamar Jackson. But it seems that at least Adam Schefter is reporting that Atlanta Falcons are not in the running for Lamar and don't want to speak to him. Okay. All right. That's what it is. Where do the Falcons pick in the draft? The Falcons are picking number 8. And it's rumored, it seems like Anthony Richardson may fall to us. Carolina Panthers are most likely going to pick Will Levis for Kentucky. I don't think they want another Cam Newton type. So Atlanta Falcons may fall to them. But also Jalen Carter may fall to them too. If you're going to pick between Jalen Carter or Anthony Richardson, the Atlanta Falcons better draft Jalen Carter. Now, I saw on ESPN also that Jalen Carter is going to fall all the way to number 12. And then Texans are going to pick him. So the Texans are going to get either Stroud or Young, and they're going to get Anthony Carter. So the 2 best prospects in the draft. No. The Atlanta Falcons better not better not draft Anthony Richardson over Jalen Carter. I think the Atlanta Falcons are going to draft Jalen Carter. I think he's going to fall to number 8. I think the Falcons will be a fool not to draft him. And you build the defense up around Grady Jarrett and try to plug in a hole for offensive linemen. And I guess you're going to run with Ritter and pick up some kind of backup. Teddy Bridgewater or something. They get Teddy Bridgewater, then Ritter's going to be the starter. Carter's a young man involved in the car accident situation. Yeah, he is, but he wasn't driving the car that was the fatal crash. He was just, he got charged with 2 misdemeanors. Racing is a misdemeanor in Georgia, and driving reckless is a misdemeanor in Georgia. So if that's the case, unless new developments come around and he get charged with something else, yeah, it's a bad choice, yeah, but it wasn't his fault. So if that's the case, then I can't see him passing the Falcons when they desperately need pass rush. So, all right, guys, we're about to get up out of here, man. Thank you guys for coming through. Thank you guys for chatting with me. It's been a very spirited conversation. And yeah, this was impromptu. And if you guys don't know, man, I do, me and my wife, we do live watch parties where we could commentate the games to all the Atlanta sports teams. So go ahead and check us out. We got a schedule up on our front page up here. Our next game is tomorrow against the Washington Wizards. So if you like this type of content, appreciate you guys coming through. My name's Larry. This is Dixon Way, all about the A Sports Talk. We about to get up out of this thing. Deuces. Peace up, A-Town down. As always, later, shawty. Appreciate those hearts, guys. Also on TikTok. All right. Get that going. Later, guys. See you guys tomorrow. Deuces.